Happy holidays, folks. Merry Christmas. Back for another holiday music reaction, and we're returning to the Home for Christmas compilation or album, The Piano Artistry of Dan Troxell. I mentioned in my first reaction to this, it's been in my collection for a while, but apparently I've been overlooking it, and I was blown away by his version of Silent Night. I actually went on Discogs after doing that reaction, and the only entry for this album has a different track list. It actually has a couple more tracks than this, and it also has a different cover. It features this picture, but then it's put within a border, so apparently there's some different versions of this album, and this one is not on Discogs. Maybe I'll enter it at some point. Nevertheless, we are going to listen to his version of What Child Is This? It's a soft and solemn style carol. It's one that I've actually done reactions for a couple different versions of recently, which is to say Ray Charles' version of this, as well as a Middle Ages style version performed by Anthony Way, and is it Tom Finacare, I want to say, Finacare. Nevertheless, it was on my Christmas Adagio CD, so let's see what the piano artistry of Dan Troxell does with this carol. This is What Child Is This by Dan Troxell on his Home for Christmas album. It's quite the trill. It's beautiful, and indeed, he's doing the same thing as he did with Silent Night. It's the recognizable melody of the carol, but with a lot of melodic embellishment, accompaniment, complexity, as opposed to just the simple melody itself. Ultimately, because I went into this expecting what I heard, meaning I knew what was coming this time, it didn't hit me as intensely as the Silent Night version did, and maybe there's two reasons for that. One, again, because now I have a sense of what he does in his piano artistry, and so the surprise factor wasn't quite as strong. But secondly, maybe the melody of Silent Night lent itself a little bit better to his style. Again, I think this was beautiful, and it was elegant, and it had that light darkness, meaning it felt like I was under a starry sky, so that it feels like a dark night, but with the angelic piano as the stars above, so to speak. But yes, I feel like maybe the Silent Night melody was even better suited to what he did with it than this melody was. Nevertheless, I still think it's great. I enjoyed a few moments. Number one, those like long slide down the pianos that he, or slides down the piano that he does. I enjoyed that really long trill that ended the carol. And yeah, I was thinking you'd have to have a lot of like technical knowledge about chords and scales and like what types of chords and progressions work melodically to be able to take a simple melody like this or other Christmas carols and build upon it, flesh it out, and make it a more dynamic or multi-layered composition than it is just on the page. So I assume he has been a piano teacher, piano theorist. It feels like someone who definitely has a very firm grasp on musical composition and theory. So in any case, it's another cool one. I will be coming back to this album for multiple holidays after, no doubt. So let me know what you think of this performance, and I will see you next time. Peace.